A lot of this is, I guess, defining the Philly role in hip hop. What it means to be a Filipino-American in hip hop. I think a lot of it focuses, or like, I think Filipino-Americans, they're part of hip hop culture, but I don't think they take enough time to reflect on why or how they became a part of hip hop culture.
Make music for our people, for Filipinos.
Yeah, so, I mean,
that's where the heart is.
Hip hop altogether is called black music, so it's kind of hard to get your name out, but I mean, it's a culture,
I'm sorry, it's
so,
called black music?
It's called black music. Well, you hear the term all the time, so yeah, it's kind of hard to get recognition, but we're just doing music for our culture. So,
well, I really consider myself, you know, kind of like one of God's children. I'm not really like, oh yeah, I'm Filipino or whatever, you know, like separate. You know, I'm not separate. I'm like with everyone. You know, we're all, you know, one, you know, nation under God type of thing. You know, one world under God, whatever you call it. That's how I look at myself. I look at myself as a human being. But of course, you know, I love my Filipino roots and stuff, and I'm very proud to be Filipino at the same time. There's a lot of culture in the Filipino roots and stuff. Where I come from, you know, like, there's a lot of African roots that go up to, like the Aborigines go to the Philippines, there's a lot of Asian that come into the Philippines, and there's a lot of, all these cultures mixed together, and like Spanish, you know, comes in, and we have a very good melting pot of ideas in our culture. So.
I can't escape being Filipino. So no matter what I write, it comes from Filipino-American experience. I love like a Filipino, you know, like I wear this skin like a Filipino. Like I discuss concepts of my beauty, like being a Filipino. So I think that no matter what I'm writing, it always comes across as a story of a Filipino-American woman trying to find herself here.
Well, as a Filipino-American, as you know, how the situation is, how politics, how our society is, we are considered minorities, and to basically, we as individuals, as minorities, you know, it takes a lot of not only talent, but we need to go an extra mile to be different from what society portrays as, what do you call it, commercial or you know, jiggy. So basically, you know, as Filipino-Americans, as minorities in general, you know, it's definitely, they have a stronger weight on top of them, you know, in order to succeed in the music biz, you know.
Coming from what we're doing, being Filipino, we're really just trying to push the whole, like, Filipino and Asian community, because Asians in music are not really recognized than they should be. The Asian community has so much talent, and we're really like, this is the next move. In the Bay Area, you had the hype movement, you know what I mean? In the South, you had all that crunk. In LA, back in the day, you got the gangster movement. In Miami, you got that bass. And this is the time right now where we're really trying to, like, Filipinos are really trying to come up. This is the next move. This is the next big thing in music. And for us, like, if you listen to what we do, it's not hype. It's not anything like out of the norm that you're gonna hear from the Bay Area. It's not underground, it's not gangster, it's just good music.
It affects you just like by being it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like you see people react to you differently when they don't know what you are. Like you see people treat you differently. Like it's just being it. Like seeing this society through my eyes. It just influences everything I do. You know what I'm saying? The way I dress, the way I speak, the way I walk, everything. Of course, it's gonna be the way I do music, the way I write lyrics or whatever. And it's just about being it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the deepest thing that I can think of, just about being it. It's simple. I don't know, just a stereotype that Asian men are like suckers or whatever. You know what I mean? Like stereotype that Asian men can't be masculine, or Asian men can't stick up for their own selves or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's how we relate to that. Because we both, I would like to think that we're both strong Asian men. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of feel like we gotta represent that in everything that we do. We gotta represent our Asian maleness or whatever. In everything that we do, you know what I mean? So it's where we carry ourselves, where you go to work, you know what I mean? And things like that.
What's the nigga when you had to do something? American thing on the feet when I ass up when they get through. So you want the truth? Look no further than that gruesome twosome. Oh, what's up, man? Like you look straight down the middle.
Our Filipino-ness has everything to do with our music, and you know, granted, like hip hop is, you know, we both see it as a black music. At the same time, like I think what makes our music distinct is our experience as Filipinos growing up here in the U.S. You know, and so yeah, like that's what we put into our music. We don't try to front like for anything else, you know, like, and I think that's why it's unique in a way, you know what I mean? Because we're not trying to be anything else, you know what I mean?
Hip hop just kind of embraced me. You know, I didn't experience anything. I grew up in Los Angeles, where so, you know, we just, I went to hip-hop spots, and, you know, of course, I started as a fan, and then eventually worked my way into, you know, the hip-hop scene as far as an MC, and, you know, hip-hop embraced me, you know, so that's why I represent it the way I do. I love hip-hop, you know, hip-hop saved me, hip-hop saved him, you know, as cliche as it might sound, it really did, you know, so... Yeah, I have nothing ill to say towards it. I mean, there was no struggle for me, basically. It was like it embraced me, and I just, you know, went with it in regards to hip-hop.
Damn!